The gospel reading appointed for Thanksgiving is a well-known one. It comes from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, specifically the part where Jesus says, "Don't worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear." He then goes on to talk about birds and lilies and the futility of toiling away with worry. Jesus says, "Don't worry," which might seem like a pretty difficult invitation right now. I mean, we've got a whole lot to worry about. You might even say that 2020 has been a year full of worries. But remember, the disciples that Jesus was speaking to up on that mountain 2,000 years ago weren't necessarily living the high and easy life. Many of them were the poorest of the poor. They didn't always know where their next meal was going to come from. They didn't have access to adequate health care, and so many of them were just one virus away from death. And on top of all that, they lived within an empire that did not value their lives. Jesus' disciples had every reason to worry, as we do. But even so, Jesus invites us to turn over our worries to Him and exchange them for trust. Trust that God's got this. Trust that God makes good on God's promises. Trust that God knows exactly what we need and does not hold back from God's children. If you'll notice, Jesus does not say, "Don't care." No, He says, "Don't worry." Because worry isn't productive. It can be debilitating, and it can suck up a whole lot of energy without giving anything good in return. But care is different. When you care about someone or something, it motivates you toward action. Care connects us to each other. Care creates community. So today, on this day of thanks, I invite you to take Jesus' advice and set worry aside. I know that's not easy, but try it anyways. Don't worry, but do care. Care deeply about one another. And let that care inspire you to seek first God's kingdom and God's righteousness, so that all these things may be added unto you. Amen.